Hi, I'm Gretchen Burnaby, and we are going to do some talking today about sparkling sentences. Some people use strategies at the beginning of class, for instance, like daily oral language, where you look at a couple of sentences up on the board and you notice all the things that are wrong with them. Kids aren't transferring what they're learning into their writing from doing this. So we've been looking at ways to adapt and innovate practices like those that are short, very kid-friendly, that have a lot more wallop, a lot more effect, that kids remember some of the concepts way more strongly, and these concepts show up in their writing. So let's look at sparkling sentences.
So we're ready for some more sparkling sentences. And I just wanted to show you very quickly, this is a small chart, but this is how, just visually how I would do it, where I would just pin the paper up so they don't see all of them at once. So if you're thinking, if that came into your thinking at all yesterday on how that would look on the chart, that's just paper clips, and then as we do the next one, then I'm pulling it down. After I write on it, then I'm pulling it down doing the next one. This one is from Megan. By a stroke of misfortune or great luck, he returned to my class this year. So I heard you laugh. What was funny? Why did you laugh? What did you say? Relatable. Relatable? Okay. Somebody else said what? An oxymoron. One thing I haven't heard anyone mention, but in fourth grade we talk about this quite a bit, and that's word choice. So are there any particular words that she used in this sentence that caught your eye or got your attention? Misfortune? Okay. So great word choice. So the sentence structure, beginning of sentence. This is just to remind the student of how did they begin that sentence? Because then when we have that conversation about, how many of you, when you have them underline the first word in their sentence on their essay, and almost every sentence begins with I, at least in fourth grade it does. That helps them, how else could I begin my sentence? Then they go over and they look over these charts and they say, oh, well, I could choose a phrase or I could try that. So yeah, that's a great way to start the sentence. Okay, let's look at another one. Leanne. In my life, the hardships I suffered were minimal compared to Elizabeth's. What is it that jumps out for you on this sentence? What do you see? What do you hear? Okay, so you're looking at the particular word suffered? Okay, so that choice of words. What do you mean it's engaging? Okay, I like that. It's engaging, makes me wonder what happened. I agree. I didn't read the whole story, but I did wonder what happened. So what is this sentence telling us? What is she telling us in this sentence by using those words, by picking that particular word, using that particular word for her choice of words? What is she telling us about her and Elizabeth? Okay, Elizabeth's problems were bigger. Yeah. She's comparing herself, isn't she? So how important is word choice when we're writing our sentences? Taking the time to pick that just right word. It doesn't mean that the word has to be big. Sometimes the smallest word is the most important word.